La 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 la. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, clients, recruiters, all sorts of people that might be having a little bit of a sticky beak rubberneck at our video. That's what it's all about. Here with me I have our JDP's newest recruit. That's correct, yep, just to make sure you are the newest still. 5 months, going strong.
Yeah. Oh, there's Laura Gibby in...
in Melbourne, but in Brisbane. We're
Brisbane.
just talking about Brisbane for now. Joshua Wulf. Laugh it up, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me on a little new series we're going to have. Not sure the name yet, doesn't matter. Of video clips that we're going to be running with the guys here at JDP. Now, we've got you on this show. You, over the weekend, was it the weekend?
Yeah, it was on the weekend.
Yeah, just on the weekend. Wow. You read a book? What was the book's name?
So the book is called Building Great Software Engineering Teams.
Okay, excellent. And the author?
Josh Tyler.
Okay, cool
Yeah.
name. What can you tell us about him?
Oh, look, he's a developer who has become, an engineering manager, and this book is about recruiting, hiring, and managing winning software engineering teams.
Yeah,
it's
right.
kind of his experience, everything he's learned along the way, distilled down into this book.
That's awesome. It's kind of relevant for what you do
Totally,
during the day.
Yeah.
All right, so in that book, I've got a couple of questions here. Not very many, so stick with us. What was the most interesting part of the book for you?
For me, right now, there's so much in there. It's an incredible book. But for me, right now, probably the piece about recruiting,
Yeah.
and about treating recruiting as one of your business processes, and treating recruiters just as you would any other professional. Doing your research, finding the right ones, engaging them, paying them for their time, evaluating their performance, and building a business process around that part of your business. Recruiting, it's like always be recruiting is one of the slogans that he has in there.
Yeah, right.
And really, it's kind of like lean startup methodology applied to your recruiting process.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So building it into your process, your business process, and really valuing it and treating it as a really high part. I guess we see out in the marketplace a lot of the time is contingent recruiting is 80+% of the market, isn't it?
He's not into that at all. He said the problem with contingent recruiting is it leaves the recruiters aligned with something other than what the outcomes that you're chasing.
Right. Yeah.
It leads them to chase different outcomes, like that spray and pray approach.
Yeah.
They're going to send you a whole bunch of stuff and hope that some of it sticks.
Exactly.
Whereas if you engage with one recruiter or two or whatever, tightly, and integrate them into your process, then you're going to get the best results out of it.
There is a lot of talk on the internet at the moment about that. Picking 1, 2, or 3, or however many it is, just a few, not 33, and really getting to know those recruiters thoroughly and building into your business process. That's really interesting, and I hope you didn't just pick that because it's recruitment, but it was actually generally interesting.
Look, it's the first part of the book. It's like recruiting, hiring, and managing. It really starts with recruiting.
Yeah.
Then
Well, it doesn't we're here because we were recruited in somehow, and that's where we're here. So yeah, recruitment is the birth of it all. Okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, man.
That's okay. There's actually another interesting point about that is he says sometimes rather than getting a new person in, you look at the actual cost of hiring a good person, the time it takes, the money. Sometimes, he said, it can be better for you to spend that time and money on developing the people you already have.
Yeah.
Like sending them for training, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess people, he's really looked at the whole process overall. He knows how much it costs to actually recruit someone.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of times, just in the time I've been here, people underestimate the effort and the time that's required to actually recruit someone.
100%.
Yeah.
When you were saying before 100 hours to $10,000 or something?
Yeah, well, that's what Josh says. He says, look, you got to budget $10,000 or 100 hours of your time or some combination of the two.
Yeah.
And he has a formula. It's 10,000 plus X times 100 of your hours, and it's going to be some mix of that. So either 100 hours and $0 or 0 hours, $10,000, but that's what it's going to cost.
That mix, right? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, there was also another interesting part to the book that we were chatting about prior to going on air. E3 visas for Aussies going to the States?
To the States, yeah.
Yep, okay.
So the book is, Josh Tyler's an American, he's talking about the American market. And there's a section on visas, and he says in there that when he first started hiring, he thought visas were too complicated. But he said, look, in San Francisco, where he's based, there's a certain number of people there, and it's like 0.01% of the world's population. And he said, imagine if you had a sales business and you threw away 99.9% of your potential leads, which is what you're doing when you're only recruiting locally.
Yeah.
So he has a whole section about recruiting globally, about distributed workforces, and about co-locating people by relocating them.
Yeah.
Building that into the cost. And then there's a section about visas. There's your green card. There's your, a couple other visas, but there's this one special visa just for Australians called the E3 visa. And like
it's so awesome. I love it.
It's cool, man. There's like a green card visa. There's like 64,000 of them done every year, and it like maxes out within like weeks, and then it's a lottery for the rest of the year for the overflow.
Right.
And for the Australian visa, there's 10,600 of them issued every year maximum. They've never maxed it out.
Wow.
Apparently, it's extremely easy for Australians to go to the US and join technology companies.
Right. Okay. So when you were saying that the visas are all maxed out, that's not from Australians going there.
No, that's from people from all over the world going to the US.
Yeah.
That maxes out within like minutes. It's like a Taylor Swift concert. It's like, boom, it's gone. You got to get one on eBay or something. But for the Australians, basically at the moment, as many Australians as want to can go to the States.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But we're finding more and more that not many of us really want to.
Well, look, there are a lot of great opportunities here, especially with the whole
growing massively.
Yeah, advanced Queensland, the shift towards a digital economy, and then there are crazy, incredible software projects that come out of Australia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Out of Brisbane.
Or BRW Young Rich list the Atlassian, co-founders topped that with a combined worth of like 2.3 or $4 billion.
Yeah, man, that's a good one.
Absolutely awesome. Alright, cool. Alright, man. Well, thanks so much for being on the show, bro.
Boom.
This is our first little show wrap of this. We're going to get our mics properly mic'd up and, raise the production levels. And we've also got Halloween style. We've also got a very special guest flying out from the States. Someone that a lot of our audience would probably know. So stay tuned for that. He's going to come out. We're flying him out. He's going to spend a week with us. So that's pretty cool. All right, that's all I can say right now.
Wow.
See you soon.
That sounds awesome.